say it is quite clear and evident, even to the doubting Thomases, that the tensions in ZANU PF are escalating. That in ZANU PF there is no one center of power, and that retired General Chiwenga and Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa, at the moment as we are speaking, there is competition in terms of control of ZANU PF as well as the state, though seemingly under Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa at the moment. And also, I think it is public knowledge that relations have actually, scaled down between retired General Chiwenga and Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa, and temperatures are at a record high between these two in terms of tensions. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hloniphani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So now I will be analyzing on who is winning at the moment between retired General Chiwenga as well as Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa. Remember, a war, someone can win it before even winning it. So I will be taking you through at the moment who has a competitive advantage between Mnangagwa and the retired General Chunga, and look at the resources as well as also the energy these two have actually invested on, and see who has lost a lot and whether he has won by losing a lot in terms of monetary terms, in terms of bribing, in an attempt to control the levers of power. Now, in my view, who is winning between retired General Chiwenga and Mnangagwa? Let me do it plainly like this. I'll be giving. Now, number one, Mnangagwa has the ministers. Mnangagwa is seemingly having the ZANU PF within his wings. He has all the provincial chairpersons supporting him, endorsing the 2030 mantra. But remember, he has to give a green light to that 2030 mantra. In Bulawayo, he became scared. Will he do so this time around? Now, also apart from that, Mnangagwa has been paying individuals like Themba Mliswa to character assassinate retired General Chiwenga. But look at how it backfired. Themba Mliswa ended up, he has exposed a lot of things which we were not even, we were aware, but he has confirmed them. And now being exposed by Themba Mliswa, it is as good as it's actually, he knows what is in the mind of Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa as one of the agents, trusted agents of Emerson Tambudzo Mnangagwa. So Mnangagwa, plot to character assassinate retired General Chunga. He invested a lot of money. We hear he gave Themba Mliswa 500,000 United States dollars. Chiwenga did not put any money. He is defended by supporters who voluntarily do so. But look at the damage they have done to the Mnangagwa faction as well as Zwikanandas. Okay, let's pass on this one. Now let's go to the issue of Zwikanandas. Number one, we know that these people who have been actually doing things freely, saying a lot of things. There have been campaigns. But look, these days, they are treading carefully, holding secret meetings. Their movement, they are not moving actually publicly as they have always been doing. But retired General Chunga is just quiet, most probably scheming secretly. They try to do so, scheme secretly, but we have never heard them exposing what Chiwenga is planning to do, which has actually surprised them on most of the times. Mnangagwa has no intelligence into retired General Chiwenga's camp. But retired General Chiwenga has the intelligence into Mnangagwa's camp. He is aware that going into the conference, there is a plot for a vote of no confidence to be moved against him and to be passed by the ZANU PF a conference, and all chairpersons have been told to instruct all the delegates who will come to this particular conference to pass that vote of no confidence. And how it is going to be done and who is going to move it, I understand Jabulani Sibanda is going to second it. All that has been actually put on the table. It's known. Chiwenga got to know about it yesterday. And yesterday it was released. We now know the plot of Zwikanandas. Now, guess what? In any, be it actually military intervention or any fight, if your strategy is known, it is as good as you have failed. Because you cannot use the same strategy if you are that wise. For example, the moment Mnangagwa heard that it was known that he was meeting Themba Mliso and he had given him money, if he was a normal person, he was supposed to tell Mliso, please stop everything that you intended to do, because now it's out in the public domain. They were supposed to re-strategize, but did they do that? They went on to expose that the other side was telling the truth. What Blessed Geza warned the people of Zimbabwe, we saw it actually becoming fulfilled. That on its own shows you that the other side, though not using so much resources, they have connections, they have got ears almost everywhere. They are well represented. And Mnangagwa on the other side has no clue about what is happening to the camp of retired General Chunga. If they had clue, as pompous as they are, they will be releasing. Chiwenga is this, Chiwenga is that. We have been told by Themba Mliso that he was going to release episodes. We are still waiting for those episodes. If instead of releasing episodes, it is scandals after scandals. And now also look at what is happening to the Zwikanandas and the Themba Mliso, who decided to go after retired General Chiwenga. His house, we woke up in the morning, is burnt down. And also look at the Temta Kutugwarara. One of his business premises is burnt down. Ziambi offices, they raided for hours. Of course, do you expect the other faction to say it is them who are doing that? Remember last time Blessed Geza said, we have been doing and playing our cards openly, and as such, it was easy for Emmerson Mnangagwa to see us coming, and they had to counter us because he had constitutional powers. He had powers to actually control the levers of the state and actually make them to work in favor of him. So definitely you won't expect Blessed Geza to come out this time around and see, did you see action? By time again, you will see more action. That period is gone. Now it will be action and then news. Action and then news. Because they don't want their plans and their plot to be actually out there in the public domain. And to expect them to consider that is them. You'd expect them to consider, no, yes, it's us who did that there, it's us who did that there. And also, do you expect the other camp, your Tukwararas, were saying, afraid of who? They say, I've run away from who? Do you expect such arrogance all of a sudden to turn into submission? Not yet. It will eventually do so, but not at this moment, because these are people who want to project themselves as powerful individuals. Now, we saw Mnangagwa presenting vehicles that were bought by this other fellow. That is, what is this? Your Gudawashe Takwire. Now, already there was a public warning, a lot of people warning the military personnel to be very, very careful about those gifts. And Chiwenga, as Themba Mliso says, He has not given anyone vehicles. In fact, in simple terms, we must say he has never bribed anyone. Now, does the military have a price? Are they not reasonable enough to see that they are being bribed? Will they fall to the trap of bribery? And if retired General Chiwenga stands to actually lose this succession battle with Mnangagwa, will individuals like Valerio Spanda have a good life after? Will they be secure and protected? And other senior military chefs, will they be secure, especially those who were involved in the ouster of Robert Gabriel Mugabe? Will they be guaranteed? And taking into consideration that the ultimate goal for Mnangagwa is to place his son to command the Zimbabwe Defense Forces, do they not see this coming? Are they gullible enough to actually, have a figure that is buying them? I strongly do not believe so. Mnangagwa has been pouring a lot of money, and that money has been yielding, if there is anything, nothing. And also look at this. I think I have to caption this. I forgot to actually exhaust it when I was dealing with the secret meetings that this, Kudawashe Takwei was having with the provincial chairpersons. Now, look at this. He had a meeting with the provincial chairpersons, but the exact details of what they talked about is already in the public domain. What does this tell you about the provincial chairpersons who are seemingly in one spirit with Kudawashe Takwei? Hearing this information now out on the public domain, what does this tell you about all these provincial chairpersons? As much as they have chanted the 2030 slogan, what did you expect them to do? It's dangerous, actually, to come out open. If you come out open, I'm waiting to see 2 days before. Okay. If they come out openly and say no to 2030, we've seen what has been happening to the allies of retired General Chunga, especially who decides to openly support him. Most of them, they are in foreign land. Some of them, they've been relinquished their positions. They're just sitting at home. And a true leader doesn't buy power or accepts bribes. Yes, that's the truth. So this is what is currently happening. But it has been backfiring for Mnangagwa left, right, and center. It appears everything is against him. Chiwenga is not pouring any money. He has never wasted any resources. He just presented maybe the expense he had. It's not even an expense. He printed maybe a dossier that he presented to Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. That has been his move, and only speeches. But look at the impact of his words these days, especially to the members of the public. And look at the impact of the bribery of Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, as well as his propaganda to the members of the public. Surely he is appearing to be losing this war at the moment in terms of public perception. At the moment, it is acceptable that Mnangagwa's government is corrupt. Chiwenga has made, and blessed because they have convinced the Zimbabweans and the Zimbabweans are voluntarily behind them. And they are thinking that somehow, Chiwenga will actually win this war. Chiwenga has the masses at the moment. Does he have the army? I'm not so sure. Does he have critical war veterans? Yes, he has critical war veterans with him. That is why War Veterans remains the only institution that has never endorsed 2030 mantra. Mnangagwa, when he goes there, he speaks about 2028 elections, not 2030 mantra, to the War Veterans. And it is the structure of ZANU PF that has made serious demands to Emmerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. Now, fulfilling those demands does not guarantee him support. In fact, they are just telling him, that is why we put you there in power. This is what you have to do for us. So if Chiwenga technically has the support of war veterans, That is another part of a military. It is an organ of a military. So, which means he may also be having supporters within the military. But at the moment, because the military is actually an institution which is disciplined, you will never hear them issuing statements about what is being said on social media on a run. They will be forced to do so, but they don't usually speak. They are a professional force. They act through commands, and they are actually they don't act with emotions, they use strategy. So, in my humble submission, I'm thinking Mnangagwa will actually lose power, having lost a lot of money. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Also, to remember to support my album, which is available on all digital platforms. You search for Hloniphani Ncube, and the title of the album is Uthando Lwakhe. There is a channel which is strictly for music. Kindly subscribe on that channel, and also before you leave, do subscribe also on this channel if you haven't done so. Oga Ncube Umhlabane is signing out.